our weekly faculty meeting. So I'm waiting for our technology to catch up, to have an understanding of what the agenda is today. The agenda was planned to honor outgoing faculty who have been nominated for emeritus status. And so their friends and family are here for that first part of our meeting. Then we have elections of elected faculty members to various bodies, including the Agenda Committee, which formulates the agenda for the faculty meetings, as well as the Council of Faculty Representatives, the Legislature, and the FAP, the Faculty Advisors to the college budget. At the end of the faculty meeting, we had our standing committee on the curriculum, which is looking specifically at student-focused and student-based curriculum, and their work has been for the course of the last year and a half, strongly focused on that. So there are some recommendations and a vote scheduled. Given the events of yesterday, where student actions on the campus were also met with police. I know that there have been a variety of meetings, and that right now the students many of the students are on the 3rd floor of the library building, right, with many of our faculty and staff colleagues who are not here because they can't get out of the building at this moment. And many of our faculty and staff colleagues have joined the students and are waiting on the 3rd floor. So the students are here. Are you here to be with us, or are you here to ask us some questions, or are you here to tell us why are you here, and how can we listen to you? Okay.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
We're also here to make sure that the faculty are in support of the students. And what are you doing to address the crisis that is going on against Black and brown bodies and has been going on for years? For those of you who've been here for 20 years, you know this is not new. This is why you can sit in this room and eat cake while students are under attack every day. So that's what we're here for. To answer your question, we're here to make sure that you're with us, and for you not to forget who's the reason that you're still doing your job.
Pete?
So I think it's really welcome the fact that people are coming today. I think it's unbelievably important about dealing with racism on campus. And my suggestion is, after the emeritus, that we really have a discussion about how we can show solidarity and learn and kind of work together as opposed to opposite each other. So my suggestion is that some of the other agendas be replaced and that become the main item after the emeritus nominations.
I think that sounds like probably where we'll end up going. Sorry, I'm gonna try to get this. Get rid of So let's please go forward with our respectful acknowledgement and good wishes for our retiring faculty members.
This is A, right?
Because Sarah Ryan, who is Dean of Evening and Weekend Studies, and Susan Preciso, who is the faculty pup for Evening and Weekend Studies, are with the students on the 3rd floor.
No, I'm not.
Oh!
Sarah
Sorry.
might be, but I'm here.
Okay, got it.
got an email from Sarah. Okay, hi Susan, so you'll be able to go ahead then. Oh, thank you. All right, so, thank you, sorry. Lots of, so, can we now move forward with the Faculty Emeritus, Emerita nominations? Is someone here to nominate Teresa Aragon? Tom Alder.
Thanks for joining us. It's really important that you're here. And there was something I was about to delete from with my nomination that I'm kind of glad I left in. So we were asked to keep these to 5 minutes. So I'm here to move that we nominate Teresa Aragon for emeritus status at the Evergreen State College. Teresa joined Evergreen in 1991, already an accomplished professional and activist. Originally from New Mexico, Teresa graduated from Seattle University in 1965 in political science philosophy. This was followed by a master's in political science sociology from the University of New Mexico in 1968 and a doctorate in political science public administration from the University of Washington in 1977. During the 70s, she was active in the Chicano movement in Seattle. She served as director of Centro de Estudios Chicanos at the University of Washington, followed by an appointment from 1971 to 76 as the Vice Provost for Special Programs with a focus on administration and enhancement of ethnic studies. She was involved in the founding of Seattle's El Centro de la Raza that began as an occupation of the abandoned Deacon Hill School in 72. She had broad experience in the public and private sectors, serving as the director of the City of Seattle Department of Human Resources and later as the director of the Washington State Department of Licensing. She developed her own consulting business, Aragon Associates, in the 90s, providing consulting and training in organizational development and transformation. In short, when Teresa Aragon joined Evergreen, she brought with her a wealth of previous experience. Teresa served as an adjunct and visiting faculty member from 91 to 99, and she was hired as a continuing faculty member in evening weekend studies. Except for taking some time to serve as an academic dean, the majority of Teresa's contributions to Evergreen have been in the EWS classroom, teaching management subjects with an occasional wild card like her program about the Southwest. I taught with Teresa in 93-94 in management and public interest, along with another colleague. My impressions of her then was that she was serious and committed to her students' learning, holding high expectations of herself and her students. Students agree, one writing in her evaluation of Teresa. Professor Aragon set forth a very demanding work ethic and prompted a learning environment that was open and worked well for the topic, organizational conflict management. She demanded punctuality, hard work, an open mind, and gave that of herself. Her interactions with the class were wonderful. She was an open storyteller concerning conflict and a great listener when it came to the class sharing examples. Another student wrote more recently, last year, about her human resource management program. This has been the most informative course I've taken here at Evergreen. Ms. Aragon's experience and knowledge shines through in every seminar I attended. She has inspired me to create an empowered workplace filled with employees who actually look forward to going into work. Ms. Aragon is a wonderful instructor whose gentle voice and manner allows a free and open two-way conversation. Finally, I have some personal observations about Teresa's contributions to the college. I want to acknowledge that Teresa has successfully worked from the margins. For the first year, she was a contingent faculty, having to negotiate and collaborate with continuing faculty with higher standing at the college. As a woman, she worked from the margin in programs and subjects that often are male-dominated. When we taught together, she stood her ground with our faculty colleague, a man who always wanted things his way, unaware of his impacts on others, particularly women. Third, Teresa was hired as a half-time evening weekend studies faculty member. Faculty with this status are often marginalized explicitly and implicitly by their colleagues teaching in the Olympia daytime full-time curriculum. Fourth, she taught in business and management, areas that still struggle to be seen as valid in a liberal arts college. Finally, Teresa navigated Evergreen as a Chicana, dedicated to Latinx students in a campus culture relatively myopic to equity issues She has continued to nudge us to better serve those students. One of her final tasks as a dean was completing a report, making recommendations on how to improve our recruitment and retention of Latinx students. This report is now one of the foundational documents guiding our efforts in this area and serves as an example of Teresa's enduring contributions to our institution, an example of what can be achieved from the margins. Because of her long-standing service to the college and her many accomplishments, I move that we nominate Teresa Aragon for emeritus status at the Evergreen State College.
Do I hear a second?
I'm sorry, but I really appreciate all of you faculty, but the students are here right now. And why do we need to I appreciate celebrating our accolades and how much we've done for the college, but they're here. Like, we need to listen to their voice. They are out there, their bodies are on the line, right? Where's your body? Sitting in a chair eating cake? Come on. So I think we need to just give them the floor, and I understand this faculty emeritus thing is super important. I agree, but that could happen at another time, and this really can't.
I move that we suspend the agenda so that we can hear from the students agreed at this time.
Second. All in favor?
Okay.
Thank you for suspending this meeting. I think that's super important. So thank you for doing that and making time. Like, y'all are educators, many of which I know. Peter, Amjad, Karen, Alice, Sarah, like, I've had many of you, and all of you all have impacted me in my education. Like, y'all decided to become educators to hold our futures in your hands. So why aren't you there supporting us? Like, where have you been? Like, as educators, you're there holding our futures. You're there to, like, help us grow. Yet, like, many times we come to you looking for support and we're penalized and we lose credit because we're putting our bodies on the lines because we're taking control of our education. Y'all are educators, and, like, we will work with you and stand with you, but you also have to work with us. Love, community love.
Community love.
We have a press release, if anybody hasn't heard it, I can read that out loud. It says, "To whom it may concern, students at the Evergreen State College protest racism and anti-blackness on campus. Whereas the campus community is experiencing mounting racial tension, putting the health and safety of brown and black students at risk, and whereas the Evergreen State College administration has failed to indicate any plan of action for the protection of students of color on campus, and whereas the college administration, specifically Andrea Siebert-Olson, has demonstrated anti-blackness in the pigeonholing, charging, and sentencing of 2 black trans disabled students based on false racially charged allegations, and whereas the Evergreen State College campus police in a separate incident kept 2 black students detained over an unfounded claim of aggression until hours after midnight, conducted unlawful interviews, and contacted the students' guardians illegally without a Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act release or student consent. And whereas peaceful protesters were assaulted by Evergreen Police Officer Timothy Odell over a false report made by Professor Brett Weinstein on the morning of May 23, 2017, after students attempted to hold Brett accountable for a recent racist email he wrote, and whereas the college administration has, without any student input, proposed changes to the student code of conduct which would criminalize protest and disruptions on a federally funded public institution, and whereas the labor for dramatic change in the institution has fallen on black femme students instead of paid administrators or other white bodies. In response to these recent events and the cyclical nature of anti-blackness and racism at the Evergreen State College, students are engaging in an ongoing struggle for equity on campus. Today at 1 p.m., students will be rallying in the library lobby to formally present a list of demands to college administrators, as well as to show solidarity with the individuals whose bodies are routinely targeted by the Evergreen State College. This is a call to action to show up in solidarity with students on campus, to report incidents of racial bias or harassment by or at the Evergreen State College, to submit claims to the Office of Civil Rights, and to contact college administrators to demand repercussions for ongoing instances of anti-Blackness conducted by students and faculty alike. Signed, those who are not often heard.
So I asked, what are you gonna do? I got all this autonomy, and y'all wave it around all year long. So what are you gonna do?
What do you need in order to feel safe here?
Faculty support.
Well, right now, a bunch of students are in the library right now, and I know a ton of them don't feel safe because, for some reason, someone was like, oh, someone called the cops. And just the fact that brought, like, fear, like, people were running, finding, like, places, black and brown bodies were finding rooms to seek shelter in. I think that's a little bit fucked up. And so, white faculty bodies especially would mean a lot right now, I think, if we went all there, and so that your students see that you care about them. And I'm specifically white faculty because white faculty has attacked the faculty of color, and the faculty of color have done so much labor that a lot of the white faculty need to honestly step up. I think that would be okay.
Can I say something? Absolutely.
So one of the things I've noticed about this place is that when we have conflict, a place that we go as faculty is into some sort of like victim stance. Like as if our administration is somehow to blame for everything we're doing. And believe me, these students know where to go where the power is, which is why they're here. We are accountable. We've been sitting on our asses for 40 years, and this is the result. If we were doing what they asked of us, this wouldn't be happening. These people have better shit to do.
Yeah.
I have better shit to do. This is my fucking day off. I don't come to faculty meeting anymore because of all your racism.
This is the first I've heard of the call to action on one hand.
Can we second that? Ain't that how y'all do stuff here?
I was just saying that I hadn't heard the press release. I just know that we're supposed to be there at 1 o'clock. I would have been happy to be there. I would like to go now, but I also don't want to offend anyone by walking out. So would it be okay if some of us walked over
I
to
think
the library?
I think that it would be great if some folks did, but I also feel like faculty also kind of need to sit with this uncomfortability and like be confronted with certain things. I mean, yes, some of them should show solidarity, but I
Yes,
also
that's
feel
very
like
true. And I don't know if you identify as white or not. So I'm just gonna, you identify as white. Okay, so the fact that you want to leave and that the rest of y'all are just staring like, the fact that you're even afraid of offending somebody by leaving to go and support the students for which you all are here to serve is laughable to me. It's embarrassing. It's sad. It's disgusting. That's what your job is to do. It's to educate us. Didn't you educate us on how to do like this? It was you that taught us that in class. All right, though? You taught us to go and change the world. Ain't that what y'all sell on the Evergreen State College page? So when shit is wrong, we're supposed to try to change it. So why are y'all in here eating cake and chilling? I don't have the authority. You can just speak. That's how we do it.
Would you find it more helpful if we stayed and talked with you, or more helpful if we go over to the library?
I would find it a lot helpful on behalf of the student body if all of y'all got up together and walked over to support the students that support you. And have done that. Even when you continuously hurt us, when you continuously take our credit away, even though we pay for them, when you don't show up for us, y'all need to rise up. Let's go. Not clap about
Oh, yeah, I didn't want you
I want some cake. Yeah. Are you gonna stay behind too?
Oh, I said we're gonna be the tail end of the line.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure they don't pull a windy.
Everyone is going to go out that door.
Don't mind if I do.
Go out that door. We have to go on.
Baby got fancy meeting cake. Anybody want some cake? You want some cake? Actually, you know what? Let's pass out some cake.
Yeah, that's
You think that's a good idea? Yeah. Actually, I can't really hold a whole lot, but I'll try to hold like 2.
Yeah, this way.
I think we should bring their cake.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Hey, what if we get the staff to bring this?
Hey, how are you? I'll see you later.
We need extra hands to bring food to the students. Anyone?
Oh, I was just about to like grab this and like, fire. You wanna grab and go, bud. All right. Got their meeting food.
Whoa, chips. The fuck? Nice. We're amazing. Hello.
You were amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, cake.
Yeah,
Let's
right?
have
No,
eat
yeah,
cake.
let's